Hey folks, it's good to have y'all back from the weekend. We have a police officer who lost his life in the line of duty, a film being shot in Mobile, and an American Indian exhibit coming. I'm Mike Morgan and we're down in Alabama. Between last Thursday night and Friday afternoon, 3 Alabama law enforcement officers were shot in the line of duty in 2 incidents, according to AL.com reports. Sheffield Police Sergeant Nick Reisner died Saturday morning, a day after he was injured during a shootout in Muscle Shoals. Muscle Shoals Police Chief Clint Rex said that on Friday afternoon, police thought they were responding to a hit and run, but then discovered somebody had been shot to death and left in the street. A vehicle that was taken from that scene was then seen in Sheffield. Law enforcement gave chase of what now was a murder suspect. According to Reisner's brother, the officer was given chase and used his car to spin the getaway vehicle before it could end up in a nearby Walmart parking lot where there were more people around, and that's when the shooting began. Reisner, Sheffield Lieutenant Max Dotson, and the suspect were all hit by fire. Dotson was in stable condition over the weekend. Now, regarding the suspect, Brian Lansing Martin was convicted of manslaughter in the death of his own father and was sentenced to 10 years in prison back in 2013. However, he was released in 2016. Sheffield Chief of Police Rick Terry, quote, "The justice system failed not only Sergeant Nick Reisner, but his family and everyone who has been affected by his passing. This incident should have never happened because a coward who should still be in prison was walking the streets," end quote. Sergeant Reisner was 40 years old. He was a K-9 officer and had been with the Sheffield Police Department for just over 8 years. He had a wife and an 18-year-old daughter. There's a good story over at al.com/crime that Carol Robinson wrote about Sergeant Reisner. A former suicidal teen talks about the day Reisner literally talked her off a bridge. Now, there was a single officer injured in another shooting from late last week. Warrior Detective Lee Glenn was shot multiple times while investigating drug deals. He had been listed in stable condition. The suspect in that shooting has also been taken into custody. A movie is being shot starring Robert De Niro, and last week's scenes were being filmed in a West Mobile restaurant, reports AL.com's Lawrence Specker. The film is called About My Father. Among its stars are De Niro and Kim Cattrall, who plays Samantha Jones in Sex and the City, but I realize that in Babynette, she's better known as Miss Honeywell from Porky's. The restaurant scenes were filmed in Hunder and Kitchen, which is located off Snow Road, north of Airport Boulevard. Filmmakers made Hunder and Kitchen look like a Chinese restaurant, which was easier since the restaurant has been closed, first because of the pandemic last year and now because of the labor shortage. Restaurant owner Rick Breek said De Niro worked all day the day that they shot at his place. Quote, "Mr. De Niro, he's a real nice fellow. He is. He's just a down-to-earth guy." The Birmingham Museum of Art is planning an exhibit on an ancient American Indian culture, according to a report from the Birmingham Times. The exhibit is called Lost Realms of the Mound Builders, Ancient Native Americans of the South and Midwest. It'll be free and on display from October 9th through February 6th. The exhibit's pieces include shell cups, weapons, jewelry, and more from the Mississippian mound builder sites, one of which, of course, is in Moundville, Alabama, near Tuscaloosa. Thank y'all so much for listening. We'll be here every day this week. In between, come on by and see us on the internet whenever you can at al.com.